So now that we have confirmed, that this method of catching people works, let's go ahead and try to get JennaSanders banned while we're at it, shall we? So this player, JennaSanders, frequently snipes the stream, frequently talks shit in game, and he's a cheater. So we're going to go over this replay, we're going to post this on the forums, and I've already submitted the replays to battle.net. But this replay is 100% proof that this player is cheating. So we're going to go over this replay, just like we did a while ago. And we are going to try to get this guy banned as well. Now my original thought here was that this guy was just a stream cheater, but upon playing this particular game, I was able to prove that this guy is a map hacker, in fact. And as you saw, he knows who he's playing, obviously, even though I'm under a barcode. So something to note is that we are currently playing random Terran, and we know that our opponents are Protoss Terran. So while yes, it's important to scout, it's not really necessary, because we know what the races are and basically what all the possibilities can be in the early stages of the game. However, our buddy JennaSanders here does not know what our races are. And I think his ally does end up scouting in this game, which he is right now. So these two players will have the early game figured out, because they're scouting. So we could see that he's preparing for a Reaper attack by building the Oracle, building the mothership. That's fine. They've scouted it, they know it's coming. And I'm pretty sure they saw those lings, so that's why he's sending his stuff up to the ramp. And because there's no activity up at the ramp, it's fine to be idling in this area of your base. And you can see for this extended period of time how he has these probes selected. So what this means is currently at this moment in time the Reaper's popped in, right? You would think that he would, like, you know, send his units over here to attack. But when the Reaper's popped up into his base, he's utilizing camera lock at this point in the game. Which is why he didn't react to that. Or wait, never mind, that's wrong. I have these selected. But still, I mean, regardless of what he had, well, here, let's go back and watch it, because I might have made a mistake there. He has the mothership and the adept selected, but as these things pop into his base, his camera is just locked in this location, right? Like he's not moving his units, he's not casting an overcharge, he's just idling in this location. See that? So that's the first sign of hack. Because if there are 4 Reapers coming into your base, you're probably going to want to try to send your mothership and your adept over to those units to try to do some damage. Because the more damage you do to those units, the longer that those units are not going to be able to come back into the base because they have to regenerate their HP. So that's the first sign of hack. The second sign of hack is that it's coming up here. Okay, so you can see how he's fiddling with his units, right? That's reasonable. I mean, 4 Reapers did just show up into his base. But there is a pattern with these cheaters, and when you're playing a game of StarCraft, when you know units are coming, like, I mean, I do the same thing where I fiddle around with my units. I move them back and forth. It like warms me up for the engagement, right? I get better positioning or whatever. But the point is that this guy currently has no vision at all. And so fiddling around with your units like that just doesn't really make sense. I mean, he could be doing something else. It doesn't really make sense why he would be doing that at this exact time. Here he goes again. As we can clearly see, here are his clicks. So he knows that at this exact moment in time, even though he doesn't have vision, he knows that there must be something going on over here. And as you can see, the 4 Reapers are jumping up into the base. So this is the second sign of hack. I don't think that it's a coincidence that this happened. Second sign of hack. Then he proceeds to talk shit. Literal bonjour. Sitting there running his mouth, talking shit. Okay. You know, instead of sitting there talking shit, you might want to saturate your gas, because you're going a pretty gas-heavy build. Saturating your gas instead of talking shit might make sense. I don't know, that's just me. Well, Squirk, that's a reasonable assumption, but unfortunately that isn't the case, because as this replay progresses, you will see that there is 100% map hack going on in this game. So I'm just breaking it down because I already know that this guy is cheating. I'm telling you why he's doing these things as I go along. So this is coming up here as the third, and this is the third sign of hack, and this is 100% map hack. This is 100% map hack. Okay? Watch his oracle, and these little green things right here. He has his oracles selected, and this is how he's controlling his oracle, as you can see. So watch. You see how he has his oracle selected from his camera. See how he's clicking around like this? Watch what he's doing. Oh shit, I got off of his camera by accident. I gotta go back and do that again, sorry. Okay, so again, this is the third sign of hack, and this is 100% hack. So watch his oracle here. See how he's clicking around here? Obviously, from this player's perspective, and the fact that he has this oracle selected and you can see him with these little indicators moving around, again, like I mentioned before, when you know something is there, oftentimes you're going to be overreacting, you're going to be overclicking. That's a pattern that I see with these cheaters. And of course, I mean, you can see his indicators. I mean, he knows there's something there. Obviously. And of course, the roaches are there. So that whole time, he was literally following these roaches in the fog, and his indicator was popping up right on top of them, and the whole purpose of this was so that he could revelation the army. So that's the third sign of hack in this replay, and that right there is 100% map hack. There is no argument to be made there. So when you take what just happened and you combine it with the other things that I went over previously, it all makes sense. But that's not all. Now, so currently in this particular replay, what we have seen is we've seen camera lock, we've seen production tab hacking in the form of going to Stargate and then only building one or two oracles and then going straight into Void Rays, and the reason he went into the Void Rays is so that he could counter my roaches. And we've seen blatant obvious map hack. So those are the three hacks that we've seen in this game, without a doubt. So moving along. Just waiting on the next obvious sign. I don't remember exactly when it is, so I kind of have to watch it like this. So again, let's see. Alright. Now you'll notice those three quick pans into the fog, right? And then if you watch the minimap, you'll see him ping the map. Now, if you hover your cursor over the ping, you can see his name will show up as JennaSanders, right? And obviously his color in the game is purple, so this matches up. Color purple, ping on the map is purple, and he's pinging the rock. Now, at this exact time, why would you be pinging the rock? Well, it probably has something to do with the fact that he thought that I was about to attack the rock. But what he didn't know is that I was just trying to protect my creep tumor, because I don't hack, and I don't know what's up here. Fourth sign of obvious map hack in this replay. So even though he has vision of this drop, he's had more than enough time to respond to this. Because this guy is a cheater, his attention is averted to my units in the middle of the map. And so he didn't actually notice this. So it's pretty funny that even though you have vision of something, you can't respond to it. And that just goes to show how bad of a player you are and how hack programs do not help you in StarCraft. But some people will make the argument that what just happens here negates everything that has happened. The 4 obvious signs of map hack that have already happened, this drop negates it. Unfortunately, that isn't true, and we'll find out why momentarily.
업그레이드 완료.
Okay, so we've seen camera lock, we've seen production tab hack, we've seen map hack, and now we're seeing what's called a macro trainer. Now, all the while that this is happening at the front of the base, as you clearly just saw, it looks like we're about to make a frontal assault. So, why would you deem it necessary to send your entire army to this location, which just happens to be right on top of a waypoint that this dropship is queued up for? So this is the 5th type of hack that we have seen in this replay, called a macro trainer. And what this macro trainer does is it allows you to see the actual waypoints of units being queued up, as you can see here. So we're making this frontal assault, we're sharking at the front, and then while that's going on, he decides that he's going to click in this specific location, which just happens to be right on top of a waypoint of my ally's drop. But okay, it could just be a coincidence. Unfortunately, that isn't true either because of what he does momentarily. Now you'll see how he splits off a couple of units, and then again, you can see with his macro trainer that he's getting way too in close proximity of this drop. Now watch what happens. He pans into the fog, and then he proceeds to ping the map. So again, if you're looking at the map, you can see that my mouse is hovered over the ping and it shows up as JennaSanders, the purple player, the purple Protoss. The purple Void Rays are headed over to this location. Everything is purple. So even though you don't have vision of this drop, you're still pinging the map as if this drop is coming. Now, not only are you about to catch this drop that you don't have vision of, you're also sending your units, which we were just sharked at the front of the base here. Now you're resetting your rally points to the front of this location. You're frantically clicking your units over to this location, and it's because my army is over here, even though you don't actually have any vision of this. Obvious sign of cheats. Now let's see how he clicks his units here. Right on top of the dropship. And at the same time, he was able to have his units at his expansion. So what is the conclusion here? The conclusion is that our buddy JennaSanders is a map hacker, and he is using camera lock, he's using production tab, he's using a macro trainer, and everything else in the game that is probably readily available for him, because his McDonald's paycheck probably won't cover the cost of a real hack that won't get you banned. So this guy is cheating. Blizzard, you need to do something about it. Thank you.